To resume a well-balanced approach to sourcing, there's a few things that you have to think about. First of all, is when did you review or reevaluate your sourcing? Maybe you've been buying for a year or 2 or 3 or 5 with the same people and feeling that you may be well served. Is it the case or not? How can I diversify and secure my sourcing? You're buying from someone from a year or 2. What happened if that person or that business closed down? You'd also bring a new partner in sourcing could bring you a new vision to your business and your people and your staff and stimulate yours. Somebody that's from the outside. And also a new partner in sourcing can make it lighter for your business because he's gonna take all the issues in his hand and bring it up to you instead of you will have to go to the learning process of buying, for example, elsewhere or abroad. Having a new partner in sourcing will also give you access to new opportunities. It did happen on several occasions that by finding new manufacturers for Canadian companies, that the manufacturer was actually producing different products that are connecting with the existing one that you're looking for. So you may end up with suggestion, new product that you could put on the market without having to develop or innovate by yourself. Having someone from the outside to bring up new vision or new proposal may diminish conflict of interest in between your own company if you have several employees. If you give in charge someone to do some search for you and some people in your staff do not approve the results, well, that may bring some clash within your team. Getting someone from the outside, well, you may diminish the conflict of interest within your own company. And by bringing someone from the outside, you bring up also the benefits of experience at a much lower cost than if you try to learn the process. Doesn't mean you won't learn it, but to do it by someone that experienced, you will save a lot of time. I'd like to bring up a few points about the making more profit. The economic level of good sourcing. The things that you find out if you do good sourcing and you buy from new source, oftenly abroad, is that the first thing you're going to see is a major decrease in your cost. When I'm speaking major, sometimes it is astonishing. This will turn out into a significant increase in your profit right away. That will boost your competitiveness. That will raise also your liquid assets on a midterm. And by the end of the year, when you're going to meet your bank, you're going to be in a much better financing situation to negotiate your credit with your banks. Also, one more thing that, as I mentioned before, you're going to get access to new products, probably also to new markets, new vision. You're going to end up also with a much stronger negotiation power with all your suppliers. You're going to learn from that process to apply it to every supplier that you have. And most important, this is going to free some money, fresh money that have not been came up from credit, but fresh money to create new project or expand your market. If you're going to access to cheaper products at the source, that will free money for you to do more, a new catalog, new exhibit, employ new people for sales. So the source should feed your exits of products. And of course, and this will result in a much better financial position, generating more profit again. This is like you start a small wheel and turn out to be a mid-sized wheel, and after 2-3 years, if you do very good sourcing, you end up with a lot more amount of profit. For example, we had a customer a few years ago. His buying with us was close to $1 million. When he gave me the last check in May, Everything have been delivered. He had saved $250,000 $250,000 on $1 million purchase. To generate $250,000 for his business, that would have meant to increase his sales of $1.9 million. So just by doing some good sourcing, he was able to put money, have fresh money, money that is not come from banks with interest rate, to a new cash flow that he have been able to put in developing his product, renew his line, and now he's back on track on the Canadian market. The entire product have been redesigned, but all the financing of this came out from the sourcing. And usually someone with experience will be able to give you the proper answer. Okay, these are the different points that someone with experience will bring up to your attention. Usually we'll be able to pinpoint realistic goals. Are you looking for 20, 25, 50% decrease in your costs? Is it realistic or not? We'll be able to simplify all the procedure, find out new suppliers, quotes, cost of shipping, insurance and everything. We'll be able also to negotiate the best price and terms. That includes warranty, spare parts. We'll be able also to figure all the real costs, because there's the cost of how much you pay for, but also the transportation, the insurance, the broker, duties, and transportation within, for example, Montreal to Noranda. We'll be able to get the right packaging for you, provide also the efficient logistic. So in some cases, we'll be able to we'll do the inspection for the product before they get shipped from China or elsewhere. So we're going to be able to minimize the risk for you at every step of the process. Also, when you deal with foreign language, it's not true that you, because you got an email, you got the truthful communication and information. For example, when you go to manufacture in China, they usually have a big office, and they got a bunch of 5 to 20 young people that are sitting in front of computers. They call Michel, Judith, Cécile, Mary, John, and Paul. That's names that they give because you're familiar with these ones. These are young people that can write and speak some English. But you'll never be able to discuss directly with the boss, the director, the manager, or the foreman. You'll get yes, you'll get no's, sometimes maybe, but you'll never be able to do the right negotiation with the right people. And a contract, sometimes if you buy, for example, in Brazil, or in France, or in China, well, it's the law of China that will prevail. So it's very important to have the know-how of the cultural way of conducting business. No matter what, if you have a 15-page contract, it means nothing if you have to go for a claim. No one was going to go in China and go in court to solve a business problem. It goes with the know-how and the cultural way of doing business. So at the Soja International, we know that. We have been doing that for years. I'm pretty sure that if you go in Montreal and you do business, the way of conducting business will be quite different than if you do it in Manawan. People think different, they act different. And also that will give you access to unknown suppliers from your competitor. Your competitor probably buy abroad. But you're going to have access probably also to suppliers that are also abroad, but unknown from your suppliers. And also from your competitors. And the main purpose, again, is to assure more profit. Profit is the key if you do any business.